Guys, welcome to the program here. Again, thanks to Nicole here at Hardee's for inviting us up here every year. We enjoy doing this, and it's to kick off the season, which will start next week. You got a game, I think, Coach, Tuesday night with GPS at Bradley, a single girls game. Is that Tuesday?
That's correct. 6 o'clock, girls only. There's no JV. It's just a varsity girls game. Look forward to that. I hope everybody comes out. They can get there. I know it's maybe a little football. Football could be going on still.
Could be.
So,
we hope it is.
But, it's we'd like to kick it off together. We just had a tough time scheduling home games there, and looking forward to that.
And you guys will be together on the road to Middle Tennessee Christian. The game after that will be the next game, I believe, for the boys and girls.
22nd?
Yeah. 22nd, yeah.
I don't know that Bradley Central has ever played at Middle Tennessee Christian.
I don't think we have.
Boys or girls in the history of the program. So.
I don't think we have at all. I have to look, and I can't see anything there. And then we will have our first home game with boys and girls. It'll not be until December the 12th. That's the Cleveland game. That's the district game. That'd be Hall of Fame night as well, because we introduced the new members of the Bradley Central Hall of Fame that night between games. But that'll be Cleveland and the Bears and Barretts.
I think this has got to be a first in Bradley history, too. The first home game being against Cleveland, crosstown rivals.
I bet you're right.
I talked to Coach Smith last night, and he said, "Is your first game really against Cleveland, first home game?" I was like, "Yeah." So scheduling, like you said, scheduling home games was really tough this year.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we're not going to get to play at home until mid-December, but we'll be ready for it.
Come January, then we're going to have a lot of games at home, and so that'll be good. But we'll have we play Ooltewah, actually a district game before the Cleveland game, but that's on the road, though. I think that Tuesday night we go to Ooltewah to open the district season, then back here at Bradley. Well, Coach, you guys both lost a lot in graduation. Reuter, you lost 8 seniors, 6 of which signed college scholarships. You got your anchor coming back to Kamora Fields, who was Miss Basketball, most valuable player in the Tennessee State tournament for the second time. She had as her freshman year. She's 3-time All-State. The Gatorade and Max Preps Player of the State this year in Tennessee. You were the Coach of the Year for Max Preps and for the National Coach of the Year from Max Preps. There's a lot that we lost, but a lot to look forward to. You got a lot of young girls coming back that played a lot of minutes because we had a lot of blowout games. But they didn't have that deep, in-depth experience that you would like to have. But you're going to have to coach this year.
I'm going to put the checkerboard up off the bench and start coaching a little bit. Yeah, that's true. But I get asked it about every few days, well, how you going to be, how you going to be? And I said, well, we're working hard. The standards don't change. The names on the back of the jerseys may change, but the front still is Bradley Central, and we're going to give it all we got. We've got a lot to be thankful for. Sometimes, we all know that we lost a lot of talent, and it's hard to replace, but no one, I've told my girls at practice, no one's feeling sorry for the Barretts.
That's right.
Maybe your mom.
They're taking it light.
Maybe your grandma, your mother, and your dog. That's about it. The rest of it, everybody else is trying to beat you. So we just got to keep on chopping wood and keep getting better. So I've got a team that I'm excited about coaching.
Well, I look forward to seeing how they look and all that. Zach, you lost 4 starters, all playing college scholarship balls right now.
Yeah, actually all 5 my seniors from last year are doing college athletics. 4 were playing basketball, and then we got Keandre over at Lee running track. So proud of those guys. But yeah, we did. We lost a lot this past year, and like Coach, we're working hard right now. We're trying to figure some things out, piece some things together. But I'm really excited about this year's group.
I think it'll be a fun group to watch there. You went to the Final Four last year, first time since 2007. That is quite an accomplishment for the Bears to be there. Just one win away from playing for a state title, which you were there playing for a state title at Bradley when you were playing for Kent Smith way back then. So that had to be a good feeling and a good feel for a successful year for the Bears. I don't know if we all saw that coming, but boy, with what I call the big 3 guys in there, they could carry the load a lot of times and do their thing.
We kind of got off to a slow start. I think we may have been 500 at Christmas, but the talent was there. The team got really close.
Yeah.
And now we battled some injuries early around Christmas time. I think Caden missed 5 games with a concussion.
Yeah.
So we had a next man up mentality, and those guys did a great job stepping in. We were competitive in every game, and then the switch finally clicked and we got it rolling, and those guys just got unbelievably close last year. And that was a big part of our success.
Well, you mentioned you start out slow, but it doesn't matter how slow you start out. It's what you're building to and getting that momentum going, getting into the state. And you mentioned this before to me. I stopped you earlier about the closest team. That means so much, the camaraderie and the relationships they have with each other, whether it be at school or out, on a pickup game or whatever. That develops that kind of relationship that can make them be successful and play as a team.
Yeah, we talk all the time about being connected. You got to be connected, whether that's giving high fives, cheering your teammates on. We do team bonding things, and that was a big part of last year's team's success was how connected they got, and that's something we're working towards with this team. It's difficult with a lot of new guys. We had some guys in the program been there for a couple of years last year, but we got some new guys this year, so we're working on those things. But
how does your height look? It's sort of not there right now, is it?
It's not what it's been.
Yeah,
I may be the tallest guy in the program. So.
And you've got some football players that once the season's over, they'll come over into basketball.
We do.
It'll take them a while.
I think we got 5 or 6 guys still that hadn't been at practice yet, but we're still plugging along. Getting ready for our first game a week from Saturday.
Well, Coach Reuter, how's your preseason gone so far? In summer ball, you play in summer ball a lot, and you had girls in AAU ball playing, and it's not like they're neophytes or rookies, but they've just not had to go to war like we did last year with so many of those strong powerhouse teams. And where are you going to be going for your Christmas break, holiday break?
Well, I'll answer that first. We're going to Hilton Head, South Carolina. Play December the 20th to the 22nd.
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. We were supposed to go there, I think. We were supposed to go there in 2020, and COVID.
Oh, yeah.
COVID didn't allow that to happen, so we're going to the place that we were scheduled to go a few years ago, but looking forward to that. I've never been to Hilton Head. And I know a lot of people around here go there for vacation, and we're not going to the vacation, we're going to play basketball. So some people think you're going on these trips, Gary, they think you're vacationing. December the 20th in Hilton Head, it'll be a business trip. But like Zach said, we're trying to bond a little bit. These trips we take, we take a pretty good trip every year, as you well know. So, Lord, we've been to Phoenix, we've been to Miami, we've been to Naples, Florida, but go on and
Orlando last year.
Orlando, that's 2 in 1 year. So that's something that we kind of dangle over the girls, let them, you need something to look forward to. I've learned sometimes taking a trip is not necessarily about the trip, it's anticipation of going, that. So, but our preseasons, we've lost a few games, so people looking around, hey, you lost. Yeah, nobody died. Sometimes
Sun come up.
I've learned this summer we probably got more out of a few close losses, than we would have out of 30-point blowout wins.
Yeah.
So we needed that, and you don't want to accept it. You don't want it to be part of your DNA, but you have to learn that winning is not fatal. So don't let it go to your heart, and we'll be all right. I just pray for one thing, as always. You probably can put the words in my mouth. I pray that the good Lord keeps us healthy. If He does that, I'll take on. There'll be a lot of things come up. You can ask Zach. There'll be things you can't even think about that will come up. But if we just stay healthy, then I'll take my chances.
Coach, where are you going to be going for in-season tournaments this year?
We're going to go up to Lenore City for a Thanksgiving Classic. We'll go up to Knoxville to the 5-star shootout. We've done that the last 2 years. That'll be right before Christmas.
That's a pretty tough tournament there.
It is. There's a lot of good competition. They bring in about 32 teams and just from all over. And then right after Christmas, we'll leave the 26th. We're going down to Pensacola Beach, tournament we went to 2 years ago. You get to play some teams from different states. Good competition. It's a great tournament. And like Coach said, it's a good time, to get away. You don't have the distractions you have at home, and you can do some team bonding and really get close. Being in a hotel, eating together every meal, things like that, it does wonders for your team and just the connectedness.
Well, and you want to win every game. That's why we keep a scoreboard. But you go there, and if you lose some games, hey, you find what you need to work on. I know that's what Coach Reuter looks at, too. Hey, why did we lose this game? Because we didn't do this, we didn't do that, we didn't do this, we missed this, and so forth. And that's part of the coaching there, and that's where the girls will learn, and the guys will learn, too, there. So it's going to be a fun season. We're really looking forward to it. I know your goal every year is to get to the glass house. You've said that every single year. This your 16th year, I believe you're starting?
16th year as the Barrett coach. But I've been at Bradley. I coached this guy back a long time ago. I'm showing my age. I'm probably the oldest guy you got in here today, probably. But
I might
29
be
years at Bradley, but 33 years altogether. But I started my career at Meigs County.
Yeah.
But anyhow, enough about me. It's about It's about these girls on the roster. It don't matter how many years I put in. It's about who I got on the floor.
That's right. So you'll start Tuesday at home with GPS, 6 o'clock, girls-only game. Then you'll both go to Middle Tennessee on the
22nd.
22nd.
That's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday for Middle Tennessee Christian, boys and girls there. Then we'll be back home at Brad for our first home game with Cleveland on December the 12th.
We got a Thanksgiving game on the 29th. I
May
believe it is.
Jemison, yes.
It's on that Saturday.
Right.
I believe it's Thanksgiving. It's 29th or 30th. When's Thanksgiving? 28th?
I could.
Whatever that Saturday is after Thanksgiving, we
Yep.
play it.
What time will that game kick?
That'll be a 1 o'clock JV girls, 2:30 varsity girls.
All right. So there you go.
Unlike the past, if you follow us, you know we've always had a Thanksgiving tournament or classic, and this year it's just going to be a one-game shot against May Jemison, a team out of Huntsville.
Okay. And by the way, folks, Wednesday night at Cleveland State, Walter State will be in town, so you're going to have 4 former Bears. You got Caden Baldwin, Tyree Stovall from Walter State. You got Hunter Fields and Marion Taylor from Cleveland State against each other in a local game. And Malia Wilcox, former Bearette for Walter State, will be there as well. So come on out and support our local teams. If you're a Bradley fan, if you're just a local fan, come on out and support him come Wednesday night.
Absolutely, yeah.
It should be
I'm
fun.
planning on being there.